With you on day 2 of the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships, and a big-time rivalry about to tee off here as Team Finland will take on Team Sweden. The 9-seed Finns, the 14-seed Swedes, about to do battle here at the Arena Bowl inside the Langley Event Center. Thanks for joining us as Finland successful on their opening day game as they beat Team Austria by a final score of 20-5. And this will be the first game of the competition here for Team Sweden, as they will wear their yellows, little blue trim in there, and the Finns in the dark blues with some white trim. And both, I wanted to actually start the broadcast by saying hello to both Sweden and Finland in their native tongue. So I looked it up, and not that I'm disappointed, but pretty simple translation from hello in English to hello in Swedish and Finnish. Simply, hey. So, hey to Finland and to Sweden as we get set here for some more lacrosse on day 2 from the World Championships. Thanks for joining us. As a little instruction here from the officials, I'll get you that momentarily as well, as we're just about set to go. Sticks are down, ball is down. Blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse. And ball is out, a little push on the back there. We'll give first possession to the Finns. Their head coach is Tracy Koleski, assistant coach is Neil Doddridge, and Pentti Pekanonen. As bear with me here, folks, as I'll do my best with pronunciations. As Sweden with the first possession, this is Toffberger. He'll play off to Kevin Powers. Ball loose in the corner with 10 on the shot clock. And the starting goaltender there for Team Finland, Riku Jokela, unable to corral it behind the goal, but the shot clock about to expire here on the Swedes. So now Team Finland with their first possession. This is Blue. Into the near corner for Raitila. Finds a man off the bench. And Rikonen. A shot from the outside from Rupi Jokela. Beating the Swedish goaltender Zeidlitz, who gets the start here for Sweden. And it's 1-0 Team Finland. Full slate of games coming up once again here today. And for the next 8 days after that. As Tyler Crumpton comes in with a quick shot and a goal. As he finds the low far corner. And makes it 2-0 Finland. Yesterday's action, I mentioned that 20-5 victory for Finland over Austria. We did have a major upset at the World Championships on day 1. As Netherlands beating Ireland by a score of 11-8. And I believe that is a 17 over a 6 seed. I'll have to double check my seedings there, but a big upset nonetheless for the newcomers Netherlands. As Sweden trying to turn the trick here on Finland as well. Yes, Ireland is the 6th seed. And Netherlands, yes, confirmed the 17 seed. Here's Tommy Johnson, one of the, and if not the most experienced box player on Team Sweden. As a shot goes wide there, Tommy Jonsson, I guess I should go with your former number 1 overall pick. Here's a chance for Sweden, and tight, good save there from Zeidlitz. Former number 1 overall pick in Senior A lacrosse here in British Columbia. and also spent some time in the National Lacrosse League with the Washington Stealth, now the Vancouver Warriors, back in, I want to say, 2010. And we got our first penalty call of the game here. And it'll go to Team Sweden as Kim Bergstrom, the guilty party. I believe Sweden playing a couple of bodies short on their bench here as well. Officials for today's game: Ty Wilkinson, Nick Thomas, Thomas Rod, and Clint Jacobs is your reserve official. As the power play gets set up here for Team Finland with a 2-0 lead just a couple of minutes into this game. Crompton at the point. This is Jokela inside. There's the shot. Good save there from Zeidlitz. As he stopped Kai Salami. Salmi, excuse me, not Salami. I got corrected on the Finnish bench before the game. As Finland gets the ball back here. Chance to set back up on the 5-on-4. You'll see the horseshoe formation here. A point man, 2 shooters, and 2 players down on the crease. So you'll see the short-handed team set up in a box formation. And why they do that is to try and take away as many shooting and passing angles as they possibly can. Here comes another penalty on a slash, but that'll get wiped out on the goal by Rattila, who beats Zeitlitz to the far side low once again. So actually they'll release Bergstrom and put the new penalty in, as you'll see there on the slashing call. And you are allowed, as I'll do a little teaching here today, if you have some new fans to the sport, and you are allowed to slash on the hands, but it needs to be a controlled slash. And that one just a little too big of a wind up there, and that's the reason that one was called. So I don't really want to dumb down the broadcast for any experienced viewers, but I do want to try and help educate some new viewers that may not know why some calls are made or what have you. So bear with me as I'll try and do a little educating while I do a little announcing. There's another shot there from Rattila. There's another penalty call coming. This time I think it's the captain of Team Sweden. No, they're going to switch it. Eklund thought it was him. And now Vincent Johansson getting another one of the Canadian import players getting some explanation. And it's a roughing call on Johansson, as you see him come in there and clear out his man. And again, we mentioned last night, you may get a few different calls here in the international game. I think probably here in Canadian Summer Lacrosse you get away with that one, but here at the World Championships deciding to call that a roughing penalty. So now it's a 5-on-3, so you'll see Joachim Miller here, a defenseman, stay out high, and the reason he does that is because there's no real advantage to play 5-on-3. You get much better angles and lanes to shoot and pass playing 4-on-3 down low. As you see there, a goal from Crompton. And on top of that, you get Miller out high, so if a ball gets shot wide or it comes off a post or it's turned over, you have a bit of a safety valve back as well to shut down any transition opportunities. Nice little pass there, and Crompton, he's got his second. So that'll release one man from the penalty box. And still a minute and 43 to work with here on the 5-on-4 now for Team Finland, out to a 4-0 lead over the 14-seed Swedes. The head coach for Team Sweden is Ed Shenandoah. Jani Yelavanti, the assistant. Clean face-off win for Finland from Jani Viitanen. Now they'll set back up on that 5-on-4 in that horseshoe formation once again with just the one-man advantage. Cutting through the middle. Here's the shot, and it's in. And if Sweden wants to stay within striking distance here, they need to stay out of the penalty box. As a good team like Finland will make you pay, and they've done that a few times here in the man advantage now. Team that's really been building their program under Tracy Koleski and Neil Todrich. And one of the real up-and-coming nations in box lacrosse. And already, there comes another chance, and a backhand, and a shot and a save there for Seidlitz. And Finland, and Markus Mattila, and Rupi Jokela playing their Senior A Summer Lacrosse right here in Langley for the Langley Thunder. And Joachim Miller making the National Lacrosse League's Philadelphia Wings last season and playing in a handful of games. And of course you have this man here in TJ Sari, who plays for the Maple Ridge Birds here in British Columbia in Senior A Lacrosse. And Tyler Crompton, a former New Westminster Salmon Belly. Here's a chance inside, and that one's shot wide. As Jokela comes back up with the ball. Just 5 on the shot clock, and Crompton aware of it. He'll launch from long range, and Seidlitz able to make the stop as he looks to outlet. You got 10 seconds to get it up and across center. You can see the shot clock down to 20, and there's the 10-second call on Team Sweden. Man up ahead of the play. Chance, good save there for Seidlitz as he flashed out a pet. By the way, lacrosse fans, I know it's, I think it's about 9-10 hours ahead from Pacific time here in British Columbia. So approaching 11 a.m. Pacific here in Vancouver, Langley, if you will. As there's another for the Finns. As actually they waved that one off on a crease violation. I believe it's just before 8 o'clock p.m., so prime time in Sweden and Finland right now to watch this one. And if you're happen to be watching on Lac Sports Network, feel free to get at me or wherever you may be watching. You can find me via Twitter at PXP4 Sports. PXP for Sports is where you can get at me. And I'd love to hear from you here on day 2 of the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. Maybe a chance for Sweden. In they come, and a save there on the breakaway. As Tofberger came racing in. But Jokela able to make the stop and keep it a 5-0 score. Joachim Miller will take a ball out of the corner. What do we have running through the crease? And first to touch the ball. And you can't do that on offense. As the official blows that one down. Now a penalty call coming here to Team Finland. They have an open man far side. Now a man open in the middle, and they shot it high over top of the goal. As the ball didn't come out of the pocket cleanly there for Kevin Powers. So a chance here for Sweden to get on the board with their first man advantage in the tournament. Is this their first game of the World Championships? As Tom Janssen will set it up. Powers at this near shooter. Here's Janssen. And a stop from Jokela. And Frederick Larson will pick up a minor interference call for a push on the back. He and Bloomgren will head for the bench as Finland will head up floor here. As we go under 7 minutes in this opening quarter. Play 4 15-minute quarters here is Mattila. A bounce one across the turf. Crumpton cutting through. Here's Rattila, scores! An excellent shot into the top corner. I don't think Johansson really liked the celebration from Rattila after scoring. And I can tell you firsthand, Vincent Johansson, a nasty piece of business. And Rattila should probably keep his head up the rest of this one. And we'll get a face-off violation here on Sweden. 6-0 now as they outshoot Team Sweden 12-4 here for the Finns. Hayden Baldrick is back with Rattila. Here's Kaslami, and he's got one. So make it 7-0 now. That's a short-handed goal there. That one slips in the short side, the glove side on Seidlitz. And we'll get a timeout for Team Sweden. We'll take a quick one as well. We'll be back when play resumes here from the World Indoor Lacrosse Championship. 7-0. Finland leading Sweden here on day 2 from the Langley Event Center on LAC Sports Network and TFSCTV.ca. Lacrosse fans, back to center floor we go.
Finland's 7th goal, his second of the game, scored shorthanded by number 33, Anssi Kesalmi. Assist to number 92, Jimmy Warren. Time of that goal, 8:47. Kesalmi.
The man advantage here, but making changes right now. And ball will go back. Still 15 seconds left to kill off. Jokela will get a reset here for the Finns. Now blue. As there is a mercy rule here at the World Championships, I'm not exactly sure what time that kicks in or what score line that kicks in, and I think it might be a 15-goal differential. And en route to that right now at a 7-0 score here with the 9 seed leading the 14 seed. Mention scores from yesterday. Slovakia beating Scotland 24-14. Serbia got past Switzerland 8-6. The Czechs 29-6 over Team Mexico. And I mentioned that upset Netherlands beating Ireland 11-8. Iroquois over the Israelis is a shot and a goal. For Alex Kiviniemi, who makes it 8-0. Iroquois over Israel 17-6, and Canada over USA 16-6 are all your scores from day one action. And as I mentioned, also another full slate of games coming up today. Right now, currently over in the Fieldhouse, it's Costa Rica and Austria. Coming up next here from the Arena Bowl, the main arena at the LEC, it'll be Slovakia and the Czechs will get after it. Maybe a chance here. And stop there from Jokela. Serbia and Netherlands, that should be a good game. Canada, England come up at 4:30 Pacific time, along with Hong Kong versus Ireland. And then the 2 night games, Israel and Team USA, Germany and Mexico. Penalty to Team Finland. As Jani Viitanen picks up the call. Okay, just getting a tweet coming in from Finland Lacrosse. Not the same times in Finland and Sweden. Actually 1 hour later in Finland. Thanks for that information. Keep those tweets coming. PXP, the number 4 sports. Much appreciated. How am I doing on my pronunciations? That's what I really want to know. There's another chance. Good save there from Zeitlitz this time as he drops down and makes a pad stop. They'll reset the shot clock, however, for Rupi Jokela. Down to 10 on the shot clock here. Crompton had his stick yanked out of his hand. Looking for a call, won't get it. Remember, Finland's still short-handed here. So they'll just dump this ball into the corner and make the change. And you may be wondering why they don't take a long shot there and try and get a reset. Well, the chances of scoring from that far out, not very good. So put the ball in the corner, make sure that your team gets to the bench in time and get your defense back up. Still 30 seconds here to go in the power play for Tom Janssen and company. Here is Janssen. He'll set a screen and now roll into the middle. Shot goes high, bounces out, and shot clock violation. And now a delay of game coming here to Tom Janssen. As Marcus Mattila, the Finnish captain, with some words as that shot came, well, a second or two late. And Tommy will have a seat in the penalty box, much to his chagrin. I think I just saw a 5-0 Team Austria lead over Team Costa Rica over in the Fieldhouse. So Costa Rica and Sweden a little slow to get out of the gates here on day 2, scoring-wise. As we have 2 minutes here to go in this opening quarter. And Team Finland leading 8-0, out shooting Sweden 17-6. As here they go on the 5-on-4. Shot, Jokela, stopped by Zeitlitz, and he drags the ball back into his crease. And they're going to say back in as Johansson touched that one. So player outside the crease pushing the ball back into his own crease. Results in a back in violation. Crompton at the point. Jokela back to Crompton as they'll play a little pass and catch. And now a drop there from Jokela with 10 on the shot clock. Finds an open man in Rattila. And Zeitlitz reaching out again. Goaltender can reach outside his crease and drag the ball back in, but a player cannot knock the ball back into his own crease. Okay for the goalie, not okay for the player. Crompton, room, shoots, scores. And that seems to be the spot here on Zeitlitz under the glove. And a number of balls that beat him there. 9-0 now for Team Finland. Last minute of play here in this opening quarter. And still on the man advantage here is Paulson in the penalty box now. As I did not see that, must have come after the Crompton goal. As the captain Eklund comes away with the ball, he'll lead it ahead here to Johansson, who tried to catch it one-handed and dropped it. Cross-checking is the call on Paulson. So now shot clock is off here, or should be off. It's still running, but watch the game clock, not the shot clock here, as that's the one that has lower time on it, 6 on it. Here's the skip feed off a stick. Still time, and time for a goal for Team Finland. Rattila makes it 10-0. Just getting a little more information coming in. Robert Rattila and Luke Ledemäki also played for the Okotoks Raiders back in 2016. And thanks for that note coming in. As quarter number 1 comes to a close, all Team Finland in that opening 15 minutes. We'll see if the Swedes can respond in quarter number 2. Quick break here from the Langley Event Center, and we'll be back with second quarter action here from the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships on TFSC TV and Lex Sports Network.
Now in goal for Sweden, number 2, Kurt Kinney. Sweden's first goal scored by number 77, Tom Judson. The assist to number 42, Kevin Powers. Time of that goal, 2:29. Johnson from Powers, 2:29.
And they get the reset on the shot. Good patient offensive set here for the Finns. Like they're all to the outside here, and they got to find a way to penetrate this Sweden defense. But a good stop there. On the run is Blomgren. Look out. He finds Janssen across the floor and a bit of a dangerous pass. Look out, knocked down from behind. That'll be a push on the back on Kiviniemi. And Sweden will get possession. Another chance there for the Swedes, but this time Jokela able to make the stop. There's Mattila. Jokela. Ten on the shot clock, cutting through. A nice little save there from Kinney. And a good loose ball for Team Sweden as well. Skota will head for the bench off the turnover. Mattila says, let's run. Here's the chance. Extra pass. And probably didn't need it. And it broke down the play. Here's Crompton. Good save there from Kinney. And ball kicked free here. And Crompton, if there's one thing Tyler Crompton is going to do is play the game hard. Bulldog, Tyler Crompton. Gets called in the crease there. This is Janssen. He's got the Sweden goal, and he just missed again. Actually hit the official off the end wall as Jokela comes down with the hammer clamp. Ball is loose. Net is empty, and we got a penalty call coming. You don't see that very often. Mika Otila just kind of ushered the Swedish player towards the penalty box. Says, man, that's a penalty, and kind of shoved him towards the penalty box. And a lot of the Swedish players, just watch this here. There's the, I don't know if that's a penalty, but no, they're not going to get it on the replay, unfortunately. Well, it's stick dangling outside the crease. Like a legal play, but 2 minutes up on the board. As Powers will get the penalty. As we have 10 minutes to go here to halftime.
Feel free to use that.
Almost a turnover, and now it is turned over here to Crompton. And he'll score to make it 11-1. As Powers will be released from the penalty box here, and we'll go back to 5-on-5, and we'll go back to a 10-goal lead here for the Finns. All right, so I got some props on pronouncing the Finnish names. I'm pumped up about that. Thank you. Doing my best. And you're welcome, Andrew, for explaining why there is no coaching challenges here at the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. And for fans that don't follow me on Twitter or didn't see it and also want to know, in order to have proper challenges run at a tournament like this, you need to have multiple camera angles, goal line overhead, And although all those parameters are in place here in the Arena Bowl, not so in the case for the Field House. And also, this tournament moves around to different venues, and not every venue has that capability yet. So it's just not part of World Lacrosse quite yet, where in the National Lacrosse League, every arena has that capability, and that's why they have those challenge rules. Good save there for Kinney as he stretched out with a glove. He's going to have to try again, and he does make another save. As Finland pressuring for goal number 12 here, and now a Finnish collision there with a Swedish defender who's down and in some discomfort. And we'll get a whistle here from the referee. So I think, one day we will get there where we will have replays and challenges at the World Championships. Just not quite there yet. So hopefully that explains that for you. As it's the captain, Matthias Eklund, who is down here for Sweden as they work. Looks to be the neck area of number 9 in yellow. So a bit of a reprieve here for Eklund. We'll take a bit of a break as well and return when live game action resumes. Here with 8:28 to go in the second quarter. Team Finland up 11-1. Here from the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships from the township of Langley, BC on Lac Sports Network. Eklund will walk off under his own power, and good sportsmanship shown there by Team Finland with a couple of fist bumps for the Swedish captain on his way off. As there was no ill will there or intent to injure by any means. Lacrosse, a physical sport. You're going to pick up some bumps and bruises along the way if you want to play this game. As I see a Finnish player head down the tunnel, and Kosalami. That one I'm having a little trouble with in Kai Salmi. Had to work that one out a couple of times with the Finnish coach. This is Paulson. Trying to get around his man. Now looking for a pass option, and he finds one. Good drive and a bounce shot there from Bloomgren was stopped by Jokela. Look out, some heavy whacks there. Getting away with that was McCallion. Chance here for Team Finland, and they hit the crossbar. Maybe reverse transition now. Got to move that ball up quickly. They do. Can you play it off the bounce? Not quite. Now Jokela. Maybe numbers here for the Finns. 3-on-1. In comes Jokela. There's the pass off. One more in front. Scores. Nicely done. That's good lacrosse from Mika Utola, who finishes it off to make it 12-1. Loose ball will be won by the Finns as we have 7:10 here to go in this opening half. Joakim Miller. Here's Crompton. Good pass inside over the shoulder shot there from Jokela. He'll get his own loose ball. And they'll reset the offense. Crompton waiting for a pick, and he'll get one from Miller. Cleaned him right out. Here's Crompton down to Miller now. A little corkscrew shot went wide. Still 12 on the shot clock here for Jokela in Finland. And he'll shoot high and wide. Loose ball gathered in. Penalty call coming. Are they both going to go? It's just Eklund that's going to go, actually. Well, Team Sweden was on defense, and Eklund picking up the penalty here. Having a bit of a rough game is the Swedish captain. Now 8-0 Team Austria, leading Team Costa Rica. Over in the field house. Kinney will come up with the ball in his crease. Nobody open up floor. Tried to hit Johansson. He was trying to scoop this ball up one-handed. And that's a 10-second call here on Sweden. Regardless of whether you're short-handed or even strength, once you get possession of the ball, you have 10 seconds to get it up and across center. And if you don't, it's a change of possession. Kinney really coming off his goal line to challenge outside shooters. Here's Jokela. Had him dancing around but missed the target. 10 on the shot clock for Miller now. Still play it to the crease, and there's Jokela tucking the top corner. And no, they'll wave it off in the crease. Won't count. And here's Johansson. Open space to run it across center. Shot in the goal. Excellent bounce shot there from Victor Toffberger. Bounced it into the far side top corner. And actually, no, excuse me, it's Powers on the goal. And as he threw me off there, a little switch of the hands for Powers, who normally plays as a left-handed dominant player. Showing good skill there with the switch of the hands and bounce shot to the far side. So back to a 10-goal lead here for Finland now, 12-2. Jokela fired it wide, and this one will skip out of play. Finland complaining that's off a Swedish defender or goaltender. I didn't see it. And Sweden will get possession. Here's Powers, the latest goal scorer. And to pass in behind the goal, and it'll bounce into the crease of Jokela. Ratamaki coming in. He's got numbers. He'll shoot and score. Beat Kinney down low between the legs. As that'll go down as a power play goal for Finland on the 5-on-4, as Eklund was about to be released in just 2 seconds. And that one finds the 5-hole. That coming with 4.5 to go here to halftime. Johnson will shovel a ball into the middle. Maybe a chance here, and good save for Jokela. And a push on the back here, I think, is going to go against Finland. And it'll be Swedish possession. And close to a delay of game there as well. Chance there for Powers. And Jokela with one of his better stops of the game so far. Swedes have just managed 14 shots on target. And there's another goal for Finland. Salmi making it 14-2. Close call there, but did keep the foot out of the crease before touching down. can break the plane of the cylinder in international lacrosse. Just can't have a foot down in the crease before that ball crosses the goal line. Chance here for Sweden, maybe. Short side. Leif Paulsen answers back for the Triple Crowns. Nice shot there. Got the goaltender to cheat off his post a little bit. Finds the stick side. Some of the toughest shots for goaltenders to stop are the ones that are fired at the hips. Whether it be short side, far side, you get that ball hip high inside the post. Good chance you're going to find the back of the goal. As Eklund with a loose ball, and you can feel a little bit of confidence coming from Sweden after that latest goal. But a chance here for Finland on the breakaway, and they hit the post. Good loose ball there from Skota. And Johnson tried a ambitious shot. It'll carry him out near center here. As Bergstrom will keep it on the right side of the line. Here's Powers. Up high for Eklund. He'll fire a shot right on. Jokela the save. I think Sweden needs to do a little bit more of that. Just keep testing the Finnish goaltender. Quick stick. Goal. That was Robert Raitila. It makes it 15-3. Their loose ball face-off win. Good pass. Here's Johnson. And he's got one for the Swedes. 15-4. That's Jansson's second of the game. This ball on the turf here up for grabs, and Miller will win the battle. Fires it all the way up the floor, and here's the chance and a goal. A full court bomb there from Joakim Miller. All the way up the floor to Koslami. And Finland answers right back. There's a low shot there, steered aside by Kinney. And now we got a back end violation here on Sweden as they ran through the crease with possession. So Finland will get the ball here as we go under 2 minutes to go to halftime. Shots on goal now 35-16. And Finland in control here, leading 16-4. Looking for more. There's Riikonen. Down to the crease, and that one slips by for Jimmy Weirn. Accurate shot, and right there, good example of creating a better shooting angle for you by taking that extra step. Yeah, you're probably going to take a hit, but to get to the top of the crease so your stick sees as much net as possible, and you got the goaltender moving across his goal line as well. That's exactly what you want to do as a shooter. Right there, what Jimmy Warren did. Get as close to the top of the crease as you can, come across it, get that goalie moving, and get your stick to see as much net as possible. As Jokela will be called in the crease. That's one step too many. So I'm not positive on when they will start running time. I believe for the second half on a bigger than 12 goal lead, which we have here. So I'm not positive, but I think the second half may be running time here between Finland and Sweden. We will find out in about 13 minutes from now as we're into the final minute of play here of half number one. Crompton, who got the party started scoring-wise for the Finns, looking for another as he whistled that one wide. Look out, hard hit thrown there. Ball is loose, knocked ahead. Maybe a chance. Bergstrom makes the spin at center, gets away partially from his man. Looking like he wants to get rid of the ball more than anything and just kind of throws it up for grabs. And the best thing to do there for Bergstrom, just keep your feet moving and just keep looking for open space until you can make a confident pass. But didn't happen there, and Finland put up 17 in that opening 30 minutes. And lead Team Sweden by a score of 17-4 after half a play. We'll take a 12-minute break here from Langley. And we'll be back with second half action on TFSC TV, Lac Sports Network, and 11 Sports when we return here to the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships from Langley, British Columbia. Stick around. All right, lacrosse fans. Hey, lacrosse fans, we're back as we're ready to start the second half here between Finland and Sweden. And by me saying, hey, blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse. By me saying, hey, that's me saying hello in both Swedish and Finnish to our lacrosse fans listening abroad. I was all excited. I got prepared. I was like, how am I going to say hello in Swedish and in Finnish? It turns out they're both hey. One is H-E-I, the other is H-E-J. I tried. Penalty here to Sweden to start the third quarter. Shots on goal after 30 minutes of play, 41-16 Finland. They hold the 17-4 lead here as Kinney starts the second half as he came in relief of Zeidlitz midway through the second quarter. As they get the ball across the line in 10 seconds or less. And we'll just have to see here whether they play running time or not. There's Jokela. Crompton. And shot and a goal. And they will, in fact, keep the clock moving here for this second half. As it's now 18-4. We saw a very lopsided score yesterday with the Czechs beating Mexico 29-6, and we may break that mark here in this one. There's a long way to go, and it's 18-4. There's Kai Salmi picking up that goal. And that's the fifth of the game for Kai Salmi. Jokela and Crompton picking up assists. All loose on the turf, and the shot clock will expire here on Team Finland. And now we're going to get a delay game, I believe. Delay game is in fact the call. It is Iti Rikkonen. Fans, if you're joining us late here from the World Championships, find me via Twitter at PXP4Sports. PXP4Sports. If you want to be interactive during the broadcast here today or all week long. Twitter feed is always open. There's Utala coming in on a breakaway, and he's stopped by Kinney. He runs hard into the end wall. Good speed up floor. But couldn't beat the goaltender. There's Janssen. Power scores. Goal number 5 for Team Sweden. It'll be a power play marker. So you watch it here. That's one to slip through the 5-hole. All in between the benches. With that face off. And Sweden will come out with it. McKellian running in. It's the trailer Eklund. Oh, drop the ball. Miller will slow things up. And we're off on a change. This is Crompton inside. Fake the backhand there, did Jokela. He circles in around the goal. Defense there from Hopkins. And that one hit the crossbar. Here's Crompton, tried to one-hand that catch and dropped it. And then Crompton through the crease. And this play gets whistled down. McCallion doing a nice job bouncing off of checks. Here's Janssen across the floor. Larson just stays out of the crease. Give it back to Janssen. Open his powers. Oh, that hit a man right point blank range. As that was Tilkkinen, who looks to be no worse for wear after that shot block. Coming up next year from the Arena Bowl, it's Slovakia and the Czech Republic. It'll be a 1:30 Pacific time, 4:30 Eastern. For that rivalry game. And over in the field house, it'll be Serbia and the Netherlands, which should be an entertaining affair. If you're joining us late, the Netherlands with a big upset, the 17 seed upsetting number 6 Ireland yesterday with an 11-8 victory for the newcomer Netherlands. As the goaltender Andrew Gallant, who is a BC native, put on a show in the fourth quarter, shutting out Ireland to steer them to victory. And back in there on Sweden. We also have a product from right here in Langley, BC, and Will Vandenhoeven, a former junior player for the Langley Junior Thunder. Down to 12 on the shot clock here for Rup Jokela. Finds a cutter, but a moving screen, I believe, called there. And Eklund wants to run onto this loose ball. Johnson, high pass, will take it off the window. From well outside here. It's away from one man. 5 on the shot clock. Got to throw it towards the goal. He does. Ball comes almost right back to him, but Miller there to skip it. And we have 7 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Running time now with this 13-goal lead. Another one off the crossbar and another 30 to work with here for Team Finland. Crompton posting up. Crease violation. There's a turnover there on Sweden. Shots now 48-19 in favor of Team Finland. As I look for some more here late in the shot clock for Kaislami, who has 5 goals. Sweden making a line change here. Was a long shot there, didn't get through cleanly. Powers couldn't pick it up. And away comes Team Finland. Good catch, one-handed there from Weirin. From behind the goal. Here's Jokela. So I can't remember. Well, shovel shot goes wide as Johnson avoids a back in narrowly. I can't remember the names that we came up with, but of course Wayne Gretzky, most famous for his play from behind the goal, Gretzky's office, if you will, and brought up the discussion, who's the best lacrosse player or most effective lacrosse player working from behind the net? So we can come up with somebody else's office for a lacrosse reference. If you have any suggestions, let me know at PXB for Sports, as I'll try and rack my brain for some of the best players to ever do it from behind the cage in lacrosse. Love to hear your thoughts. There's Powers, and Wilson will pick up a minor interference call here as Nick Thomas makes the call. As the dunk, if you will, has become so in vogue here in lacrosse. Guys taking it behind the net and then leaping and stuffing it from behind the cage. And I'm talking more about guys that like to take the ball in behind the net and look for passes or come out around from behind the goal to try and score. And it can be a current player, maybe a former all-time great. Who do you think? PXB for Sports. $19-5 now, as the clock continues to tick. Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Crompton picking up his 5th goal of the contest. And Vitanen with the loose ball. Jokela will get set back up. Joakim Miller missed the pass, then missed the loose ball. And Johansson comes up with it as he lost it from behind. Look out, takes a healthy run. And that's going to draw a call. There's Miller, and he's stopped by Kinney. And Kinney reaches out with a chop from his crease. Delayed call on here to Sweden. Here comes another penalty to the Swedes as they lose their composure a little bit. Ball still loose. Miller one more time. Still time on the shot clock here as well. And finally Kinney makes the stop as update from the field house. Team Austria with a 14-0 lead over Costa Rica now. Race violation there. You don't see that very often. Jonathan Skota actually picking the ball up with his hand to put it in a stick off the change of possession. And you get the Gears and the boys on the bench. You do that here in Canada. You never want to put your hand on the ball. Use your stick, pick it up. Third quarter action is in the books. 45 minutes down and 15 to play here from the Arena Bowl at the Langley Events Center. Finland in full control over Team Sweden here on day 2 of the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. With 15 minutes to play, Finland 19, Sweden 5. We're back inside the Arena Bowl here at the LEC in 2 minutes time. You got it right here on TFSE TV and LAC Sports Network from the World Championships in Langley. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. And Finland up with a clean face-off win as scoreboard lit up here. As we have 2 penalties for Sweden, 1 penalty for Finland. So it's a 4-on-3 here for the Finns. Loose ball bouncing around. And it's knocked back here for Weir. 2 on the shot clock from long range. And Sweden's got possession. Fredrik Larsson finds an open man. That's Powers, who's been one of the better offensive players for Team Sweden today. And now with the alternate captain Blomgren. Blomgren, excuse me. Just looking to kill some time off here. As in 10 seconds, Sweden's actually going to go to a 2-man advantage. But Finland will have possession of the ball here. As out comes Johansson, out comes Paulsen. As Weir dropped the feed. 3 on the shot clock from behind the net on the wraparound attempt. And one stopped there by Kinney. As he outlets to Paulsen near center. Janssen says, let's slow down here. As we got 10 seconds to work with here on a 5-on-3. There's Janssen, got to shoot it. Does, and he scores. 19-6 That'll count as a power play goal as Crumpton now released from the penalty box. And that's Tommy Johnson's second of the game, maybe his third. TJ Sorry knocks the ball ahead. There's Tom Johnson's third of the game. Backhand shot just missing. Eklund with a loose ball as he'll circle around. Kinney got away with that as he delivered a shoulder check to the man trailing behind the crease. Reset on the shot clock here for whoever can come up with possession. That's Powers and the Swedes. And forced by Johnson as he tried to pass inside. Getting a number of submissions coming in regards to the best player from behind the net, and Triple D, former Team Canada standout Dan Dawson, dangerous Dan Dawson, seems to be the consensus. And I would tend to agree. If you have some different suggestions, let me know. Finland and Jokela hit the 20 mark. Close to the crease, but stayed out. Don't forget, Czechs and Slovaks come up next year from the Arena Bowl at 1:30 Pacific time. And then the two night games here on the main stage. We'll have Canada versus England at 4:30. Israel versus USA at 7:30. That Israel-USA game could be a gem. Strongly suggest you tune into that one. Friday night lacrosse here from Langley. These will be with you for the next 8 days here from the Langley Event Center. We'll work our way to Championship Saturday, a week from tomorrow. Kinney with a good stop. He's played well since coming into the game. He finds Larson out near center, trying to get through a double team of Finnish defenders. And finally the ball comes loose, but it's going to be a penalty call here. There's two officials with their arm up here. But holding will be the call. Eklund thinks it's him. I think they got the wrong player. Man. I don't know how Eklund got a penalty out of that. I think he just thought he was getting one and stepped into the penalty box, but I believe it was Weirin that took the holding call here. As the two officials talk it over, I think Eklund's going to be released out of the penalty box here. Oh no, he's going to get a slashing call. And I think coincidental minors plus an extra. I think Sweden may need to send a player across to serve an extra penalty. So they both took one, and then I think Eklund actually got an extra. Watch it here. So there is the hold right there. And if you keep the replay running here, I'm not sure if we'll get it or not, as we're going to go back to live action. Here comes the slash from Eklund, as you don't see it on that shot right there. Well, maybe it's just offsetting minors here, coincidentals. And now another penalty call coming here to Sweden. So it was just coincidental minors, but here's another delayed call. As Johan Czech, I think, will pick up the violation. So it'll be two convincing wins here for Finland to start their World Championships. 20-5 over Austria yesterday, and on their way to another easy one here against Sweden with a 20-6 lead and 7 minutes to play. Good save for Kinney down with the stick. Now got to get the ball across center in 10 seconds or less. They do that. Powers doing the job. So they'll go for a run now. Bergstrom couldn't make the catch, as it's now 18-0 for Austria, leading Costa Rica. As you will get some lopsided scores here at the World Championships, obviously, with some real established nations, some kind of middle-of-the-road nations, and then some newcomers who are still developing. And Costa Rica, one of those new nations that I believe this might even be the first time that they've played inside the boards. There's not a lot of lacrosse boxes or arenas in Costa Rica, and I think most of their experience has come from playing outdoors. But they come to the World Championships here and play their first box lacrosse action on an international stage. They actually got a goal yesterday, I believe. Yes, they did score against Austria. No, against Australia did Costa Rica in that 20-1 loss against the Aussies. So they do have a goal here at the World Championships, but looking for one against Austria now. That's a final. They won't get it in that one. But more games to come for the Costa Ricans over the coming days. Under 5 to go in this one. Oh, that one just off the post. And a good effort there from Paulson. Hard checking. And ball turned over as Powers will scoop it up. Shakes off one check, lob it ahead. Chance for a 2-on-1 here for the Swedes. In comes Czech with Johnson. He'll shoot it. And Johnson still holding up his stick, looking for the pass there. And I think Czech needs to kind of read and recognize who's standing off to his right there for a pass as Finland comes right back down and scores. You got your best player waiting on the crease for a feed, and it just didn't come for Czech, and transition back the other way, 22-6 Finland. Stop there from Kinney. Better loose ball from Räikkönen inside. Oh! Weirin just kind of turned himself into that hit and got leveled. And I'm not really sure what the Swedish defender is really supposed to do in that situation. Weirin came inside and then turned his back right at the last second. And Larson stepped into him with a hard hit there, but I mean, you come inside that area of the floor, you're gonna get hit. Here's Jokela. Tough pass to handle. Johansson couldn't scoop it up. Weirin tried to feed it across, and he'll run out of time on the shot clock. Under 2 minutes to go. Here comes Finland on a 3-on-2. Lehtomäki pass off, and in it goes. Raitila with another. Final minute of this one. And Finland with the big 23-6 lead. We'll just keep it to the outside here. Maybe one more possession here. As time winds down in this one. No shot required here for Finland as they can just run out the clock. And that's what they'll do, as they will win this one in convincing fashion over Team Sweden by a final score of 23-6 as they outshoot Sweden 61-21. And that'll do it. Break time here from the Langley Event Center. We're back at 1:30 Pacific time for Slovakia and the Czech Republic. I'll have the call for you in that one. And then a little later on, it's Canada and England, Israel and USA. Brad Challoner, Steven Stamp will be on the call for those two. For now, I will bid you adieu. Once again, your final shots on goal, 61-21 Finland as they beat Team Sweden 23-6. For our entire production crew here at the Langley Event Center and everybody affiliated with TFSC TV and Lac Sports Network, we'll talk to you soon from the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships from Langley for the fastest game on 2 feet and for the creator. Enjoy the games, everybody.